Live from inside Porsche, Colorado Springs, it's the First Dibs podcast with our hosts, John Deisty and Justin Underwood. Buckle up and let's go for a ride.
We'll let that jam in the back for a minute here.
Right. Yeah. Hey, we made it.
We're only 3 minutes late.
Welcome back to the First Dibs podcast from inside Porsche, Colorado Springs. I'm Justin.
I'm John.
Yes. And thank you for tuning in. That's a wrap.
And good night. I think there's some stuff to talk about. I'm in a good mood.
Good.
We just checked the report on how the salespeople here at Porsche Colorado Springs are doing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for 2 weeks of the month, and I'm not last.
You're not last.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you're not first.
Close.
You're pretty close.
I'm half a car away from first place.
Right.
So somebody get on the horn.
Yeah, right.
And buy a 2014 GT3, black on black, red stitching, ceramics front lift.
Yeah.
Original tires until they're not. Mm-hmm. Needs a battery, but we're going to do all of that.
Or buy a Boxster. Or a Macan.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I don't really care what you buy.
Or a Cayenne.
Or all of
all
them.
for sale.
You could buy all of them, technically.
Yeah, you could.
But here's the one serious point. If you call in after watching this podcast, but really don't like the look of me, that's great. Just make sure you say, I saw it on the First Dibs podcast.
Oh, right.
And I want to make sure John gets credit.
That's important.
Just say that.
It's a First Dibs car.
It is.
We still need to put our mark on First Dibs cars. You know what I mean?
Mushroom stamps?
I've got them.
We can get some mushroom stamps.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of business to talk about.
First of all, last Saturday,
rocking.
what a day was that?
It was awesome.
It was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
People were all horned up. It would have been better if I got that out quickly.
Right. No, last Saturday was awesome.
Does Cupid have horns? I think Cupid has horns. That's where that comes from, right?
No, Cupid does not have horns.
Yeah, he does. Little devil horns.
No, I don't know.
Doesn't he look like a funny little flying pig?
He looks like a cherub with a bow and arrow.
And horns.
I don't remember the horns.
He's red because he's a devil.
I think he's pink.
Well, we'll have to consult Hallmark on this one.
Right.
I think we should get some wireless headsets
Yeah.
and wireless mics because I'm annoyed.
Yeah, I agree. I'll work on it.
But it was a very, very busy and productive
Yeah, it was great. It was
Saturday.
active. Yeah. We were here till 7-ish, something like that. Or was that Saturday?
That was Monday.
Oh, right.
Saturday was a quick burst. People had to get out to their Valentine's dinners.
That's right.
Delivered a GT3 Touring
Yes.
to a local client.
Yep.
A Macan. Lotus Emira.
That's right.
A Cayenne.
Cayenne.
What else did we do that day?
It was a week ago.
I know. And
I don't know.
we're feeling it.
It was a lot.
But it was
a
really
lot.
good. And I think it was fun because we do our Saturday meetings when we just get the whole team together and kind of, the meetings have some kind of theme to start.
Sure.
And then maybe veer off in different directions, or maybe sometimes they stay straight on point. But I think they're very valuable. I think anytime, you think about the man hours, and if we were all paid hourly, how much that would cost the store to host. And even if that's the way it was, I think it'd be worth it. Because it's a way to kind of group everyone together and talk about what's important for the team and what's going on in the world of us.
Right.
And I think that meeting really worked somehow.
Well, it lit a fire,
Yeah.
Like, hey, guys,
Yeah,
this is what really needs to happen. And let's find ways to make it
yeah.
happen.
And
Right, let's get
I
it done.
liked, Joe had a point about low-hanging fruit,
Sure.
meaning cars that should not be here. because they're so great.
Oh,
And, all of this stuff is great, but the list of people that can buy a $700,000 4-cam 356, short.
it's small. Yeah.
$400,000 GT3 RS, a little bit bigger,
Still small.
but still short. $150,000, $160,000 GT3
Big market.
certified. There's a lot. There's a lot more people.
Big
I bet that's 10x or more the number of people that can buy a $400,000 3RS.
Right.
So that was kind of what we talked about, is how we've got all these really awesome cars that, if you're sleeping, you're not going to sell this car,
Yeah.
because the odds of you just getting a phone call that says I want to buy that car are low compared to John and James and Nancy and Randy and Lupe and Jackie and Corey,
Yep.
all saying I got somebody for that. It's not going to hit the internet.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So
Yeah. I guess to your point though, like continuing down that path, as far as what kind of market do we have for that? We don't just, we also sell other cars. Like we have a Ford Bronco.
Yeah.
That's a $41,000 car, right? That's if $150,000 GT3 is 10x of what is buying the 4-cam behind us here, then that's 10x of the
easy.
GT3,
Yeah.
right? And we talk about this. Maybe it's a good reminder to discuss it a little bit. Is coming into a Porsche dealership for the most part can be really intimidating, right? Like it's, if you haven't been inside or do business here already, when you see the fascia of the building and the big red letters, right? Which red is intimidating, right? There's a reason that they do that kind of stuff. But some of we talk about this one time, or at times, not just one time, but what is the perception, right, of Porsche owners, Porsche dealerships, Porsche personnel? We're pricks. That's the perception.
I
right?
hope so.
That's where the jokes come
You
from.
know what I appreciate though? We are professional.
Yeah, we're professional. We make it fun. And it's not just, a good reminder to people. And I say this all the time to first time customers, because second, third, fourth, fifth repeat customers, they already get this. A recent joke has kind of come up actually with this 4-cam car. One of Nancy's clients has a very strong interest in this 4-cam car, and he's worried about the upkeep of the engine and the maintenance and things like that, which, excuse me, you need a cough button. That's more mystique, right, than it is reality. The reality of the engine in the car that's behind me is if you rev it, right, if you keep the RPMs up and you kind of, I don't want to say flog it because you don't want to abuse it, but if you just drive it, like if you drive it like it's a sports car, this thing will run like a sewing machine forever, and the maintenance is actually pretty minimal. But where the joke came from is when this customer says to Nancy, hey, I know the guy that built the engine is this icon, a legend in the industry. I'm a little bit concerned about upkeep for all that stuff. The joke was, well, there's an app for that. You call Justin.
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't matter if it's Porsche cars, if it's Ford Broncos, if it's Lincoln Mercury Grand Marquis, or whatever it is, right? If it's automotive related and you have a question or an idea or you just want to discuss something, it's warming to me if you think to call or text or email or whatever, right? I want to be your
Maybe
car
we
guy.
should do that. We should develop an app called Justin. And when you open the Justin app, it says call, email, text. And then you hit it and you can either call, email, or text you.
I like
and that's
it.
all it does.
I like it. Straight to voicemail.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it's if I'm able to help, I'll help. And there's ways, just today. So Randy sold our Land Rover Defender to a client in Chicago. And the customer in Chicago is taking the initiative to handle transportation of the Defender to himself out in Chicago. And Randy's out today, right? It's Friday, it's his day off. And so the customer contacts me directly to ask some questions about, who should I call, this and that. And well, we don't work with anybody specifically, for it, but here's a carrier that just took one of Randy's other cars to Chicago, just this week. They've done a lot of business here. And I had to go through like the whole, sketch of, it's not like FedEx. They're all foreign. drivers, right? They're smaller trucks, right? 2-car enclosed trailers, stuff like that. But they're some of the hardest working individuals on the planet. They get the job done. They're insured properly. They've been doing. I mean, we've been using them, for a long time. But I just, have you ever? And I asked the question: have you ever shipped a car before? And fortunately, he said, no, this is the first time. Okay, well, and that's where these are.
Here's what to expect.
I'm kind of gonna set the stage a little bit. They're gonna give you a range of time. Picking up the car may or may not happen. They're going to give you a range of time delivering the car. May or may not happen. You may not hear from the driver ever, right? They might just show up. And when the driver shows up, they might have to speak into their phone and turn it to you so you can read it in English, right? Like these are all realities, of shipping cars. Not everything is a big, giant, reliable or, brand or passport or ply car truck. Not everything is like that. The majority of shipping cars around the country are these smaller 2-car haulers. However, so kind of going through that process and just to reassure him, like, look, if you call this place, here's a phone number, right, that I would call. If it's difficult, if it's frustrating, if you just flat out say, I don't want to do this, call me, tell me, and I will help, right? I will get you through this process because this is something that I deal with on a daily basis. And this is potentially a once in a lifetime event for you. Okay. I mean, if you want to experience it, go for it, right? I hope everything goes well and it creates a fun, memorable experience. But if you realize it's a hassle, let me take that hassle away from you. I can do it.
Nice.
I wasn't meaning to talk about Chicago,
Speaking of Chicago, holy deep dish pizza.
Heck yeah. Are you going to plug this place? Are they going to sponsor us now?
Probably.
What's it called? 24 Rocks or something like that?
New deep dish Chicago restaurant right over there.
It's awesome.
Amazing.
It's 4 miles from the dealership.
Yep.
Oh, it's fantastic. We had a hot beef sandwich.
Yes.
And we had a deep dish pizza. All
That's
of
true.
it.
No, there's 2 pieces left. I think I'm going to bring them home. Share.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
No, very good. We'll go. Yeah, like I keep saying, we'll go there next time.
Yeah, Rocks 24.
Rocks 24.
That's
not
the one.
24
Yep.
Rocks.
Whatever.
Counting
Same
these
idea. Yep. That brings us to the business.
The business.
The one business.
We did have a car traded in. On Saturday.
It is one of 60
For the world.
for the world. Well, they all came to the U.S., but still.
We are part of the world.
Yeah, correct. It's a special color. It has a ducktail.
Oh, yes. Yep.
It's naturally aspirated. What else can we... It's a manual, which brings it down to probably, 10 or 15?
23.
23, okay.
It's also a slick top.
Ooh.
That's one of 11.
That's what I'm talking about.
So now you pair it with a manual and a slick top.
Yep. It's the one.
It's the one.
It's the one to buy. It is a 2016 911 Club Coupe built to commemorate 60 years of the Porsche Club of America.
That's right.
Based on a 9911 GTS.
Correct.
Rear drive. What a thing.
Club Blau.
Yep.
Is the name of the color.
You could only get it on this car.
Correct.
Until recently.
Yep. Yes. They weren't. Something I thought was kind of interesting. They're not numbered.
Yeah, I took a picture of the number plaque, but they're not. I didn't see a number on it.
No, they're not numbered, but there's 60 of them produced. Club Blau. 23 of the 60 are manual transmissions. 11 of the 60 are sunroof delete. No, this is an amazing car.
Yeah, it's a really, really great car.
14,001 mile on the odometer, which is pretty awesome. The guy that traded it in, he purchased it with a little over 12,000 miles on the car, knowing that it was pretty special. And anyway, took care of it for the last couple of years and decided to trade it in for a cool car for his wife.
Couple range ones. Nothing past that.
I mean,
it's a very nice car. Certify it.
Yeah, it's going through the CPO process right now. So, Ian, thank you very much for being my internal guy, taking care of all that stuff. Which things are flowing through the shop now, which is pretty awesome. So parts are ordered, and we've got that stuff underway. But it is a really cool. It's a beautiful car, being the color that it is, the Club Blau, and I think it's fun. That's a car. We've had Vu Nguyen on the show before. That's a car that he could speak of. I'm sure he was part of that one, being in 2016.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
But it's cool. We've had one or two of those through the shop before, and when you think about it, one of 60 cars, produced for the world, and if we've seen more than one, that's pretty good. That's pretty
true.
good.
Yeah,
I think there are currently, I got to think about this. 204 dealerships in North America.
that sounds good. Can you add my computer?
I'm going to try. So there. I mean, I don't remember what the number would have been. It fluctuates. It goes up and down just a little bit. But no, I think that's a pretty good percentage of those cars that we see. So let's see here. Oh, yeah, let's put us on here. I got to get rid of that. Oh, I was there. Here we go. Let's take a check. This is the car sitting in the shop, going through some of the inspection process. But
What a great color.
that's beautiful.
It's like blue.
Yeah, right.
Like, close your eyes and think of blue. It's probably pretty close to that.
That's blue.
It's got a touch of maritime to
Right.
it.
A
I
little
don't
bit.
think it's quite as purple, not quite as light. But man, it's delightful. The wheels are the kind of the Fuchs style
Yep. Sport classic wheels.
that were on the 50th anniversary of 9/11 car.
2014.
Yep. The Seinfeld's 50th anniversary turbo,
Right.
the one of one. They're just perfect. Kind of a silver finish, like a Fuchs has, but then with the matte black around it.
Well, yeah, it's inverted.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Well,
So-
I mean, I guess that was a Fuchs
Yeah.
style.
Yep.
But I typically see the black spokes with
Sure.
the silver background, right?
I just love that. This picture, you can kind of see a little bit of the ducktail. It's got the aero mirrors,
Yeah.
which I don't remember. I didn't remember were a thing, but you could get normal mirrors that didn't have the little pass through that you could
Right.
stick your finger through.
Sport design mirrors.
Yep, those are really good. Slick top, like you were mentioning. GTS front end. Being a GTS, it's a wide body
Right.
car on this generation, so get to see the big haunches. There's a little more of a close up.
That's just a sexy looking
Just
car.
a really good car. Yep. There's the ducktail.
That's awesome.
That's really good. Ducktails are the best. Over revs 36 in range one. Nothing
Nice.
past that. There's that little thing you can't really read.
Right.
It's 60 years of Porsche Club. Yep. And then it's a stick.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that is the driving factor behind that car is the manual transmission.
Yep. And manual sport seats.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And they're coming out with a PCCM Plus
That's right.
for these cars.
That's
so, the one, oh, look at the stitching on that. I never noticed the red and blue.
Yeah, yeah. That's for these cars.
That's pretty neat. I never noticed the stitching, the PCM. Yeah, that's like the one thing that's like a little dated. The rest of the driving experience
Yeah.
is all modern, and I think that's something that people that if you're driving a car, it's kind of nice to just have your phone connect. You know, I've been in my new BMW. Oh, the Hyundai's gone officially as of today.
Nice, right.
We bought it on September 3rd or 1st or something like that. It died on September 29th. It got dropped off on at the dealer on October 7th, and as of
Oh, I don't want to share your whole
February 20th, it is gone. It has been bought back by Hyundai.
by Hyundai.
But just getting into my car and having CarPlay connect and the music come on or my pod, whatever it is, it's just kind of nice. And it's
Stuff works.
Yeah, it's very like first world problem. But I think it's part of a modern driving experience. And say you needed naturally aspirated Carrera. Mm-hmm. We're not making that anymore.
Right.
I love the new T. It's delightful, but you can't get naturally aspirated. And say you wanted, say you were okay going to a GT3, you can have one for $400,000.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is like an affordable version of a current GT3.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
The 3.8, 430 horsepower. Mm-hmm. Sport chrono, so you get the blips when you want them. Sport exhausts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
You mentioned something that just put a thing in my brain. And just today, we were talking with a client. He was standing in my doorway, and Joe was sitting in my office. And it's an old conversation. Maybe I'll bring it up tomorrow, actually, in our sales meeting. But it's something, cost of ownership. Of cars. And I think it's kind of an interesting topic because the gentleman that was standing in the doorway, he had this really great story. I mean, he's a current Porsche owner, and he has been for a little while now, but he bought his first Porsche car during like the part of COVID.
Okay.
And many years before then, he's been to the dealership several times and, thought it'd be like, oh man, I've always wanted one of these cars. I just need to get one. And in his brain, he said he would get to the decision like, yeah, no, I want this car. And then like the blue collar mentality, the way that he described it, the blue collar mentality of his brain would kick in and say, Porsche, they make more per car than any other manufacturer on the planet, blah, blah, blah. Like all this stuff like, no, they're making too much money, this and that. And so he wouldn't buy the car. He wouldn't go through with it. And then for whatever reason during COVID, it happened to a lot of people, just boredom, really, is what was happening. And he happens to be checking the website and he sees that we have this, unattainable car and contacts the salesperson. Do you really have this? Yeah. I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to take it. Right. And that was his first Porsche experience. Well, that was in 2020. And here we are in 2026 and he's had like 5 Porsche cars, by this point. And so what that turned into was realizing the cost of ownership is quite a bit less than owning pretty much any other car right out there. This is a gentleman that had a F12 Berlinetta, right? It's not like he's a stranger to high-end, exotic cars. If you're driving something like an F12 Berlinetta, it was kept at a Florida home or whatever. But there was this like kind of an interesting realization, and we got to have this conversation with him in the office, which was great, is you can buy a Gulf Orange paint to sample GT3 that we have right in our showroom for $379,000, and it's got 10 miles on it, right? Or you can go buy a Ferrari F8 Tributo, so a little older, right, with a few thousand miles on it for $50,000 less. 50 grand less for an F8 Tributo, right?
That's a good car.
Pretty amazing car.
Yeah,
right?
very fast.
Yes. Now, let's say you bought each one of those cars. You bought the GT3 and you bought the F8 at the same time. In 5 years from now, which car cost you more to own? Take in depreciation, take in service, take in the whole gamut. Which car cost you more?
My BMW lease.
That's true. That's true. That probably does cost you more than either one of those cars. Where the story is going is that the price of admission into these cars, into the Porsche cars, it can be higher, right? It can be higher. It's not always, but it can be higher, than a lot of cars that's out there. But
it's higher than everything except a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, Audi R8.
But when you take the actual dollar amount that you're spending to buy the car out of the equation, Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Aston Martin, McLaren.
Don't say Aston Martin.
Maserati. I mean, like,
Ugh.
yeah, right. Like, yeah, we'll see. There's the, so if you were to take the purchase price, completely out of the equation, and you look at it in a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road, which one cost you more? Everything cost you more except the Porsche, right? The Porsche didn't cost you hardly anything. We're proving that in some of the cases, they actually made you money in that regard, right?
We were talking to a client earlier this week about the speedsters that we have, which are round about $500,000 cars.
Yes, each one of them.
And he was complaining that when he owned his speedster, he only made 20 grand. And like, totally get it. I totally get it. But, I bought this car and it only made me $20,000. Like you pull back a little bit and you look at that and you think, That's true. That's true.
I haven't bought anything.
Yeah.
$20,000. Yeah, let alone a car.
Yep. That's pretty fun.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I know. It's funny.
That's really funny. That's really funny. So I think that's a really great conversation and realization for people that are watching and listening is, I guess I have said that for a very long time. The price of admission is high.
Yep.
But the reward is grateful.
Just buy any of them.
Yeah.
Then you're in the market.
Yeah. And we do say that.
Yep.
You got to start somewhere.
Yep. Someday I'll take
Somewhere.
my own advice. First, I have to buy a house.
Buy a Boxster, like whatever,
Yeah,
right?
doesn't
Just
matter.
start somewhere.
Yep.
And once you're in it, it's pretty easy to stay there.
All right. Well, good. Good for you.
What other business do we have to talk about?
We got a couple questions.
Alrighty.
I'm going to go out of order.
Okay.
Tell me about the orange car on our classic display.
That is a client's 1968 911, kind of a custom garage-built hot rod. I can tell you this, it is way better as it sits today than the day that it arrived here. And when the customer purchased the car, it was super cool. I mean, whoever built it initially, they put a lot of time, a lot of effort. They put some really cool stuff. The car rips.
Did that come from Auto Kennel?
It did.
Our buddy Casey, and what's the Auto Kennel guy's name? I should remember
Paul.
it. Paul. They have a new podcast.
Okay.
It'd be fun to have them on.
It would be.
And just chat a little bit because I don't know Paul at all, but Casey has been awesome. He helped connect us on the Riviera Blue Turbo 993.
Oh, right.
He helped put that together with us, and just been a great connection and friend in the Porsche world. So it'd be fun to talk to them. And I know the owner of that orange car has had a really great experience with Auto Kennel as well. He's really enjoyed working with those guys.
They're a great operation.
Yeah, so I think
It's
that
Paul and his dad, I think, right? Like, which something I learned, if you look up Auto Kennel, they really do like rent those storage spaces. They don't own that facility. I always thought they owned it, and it was just like,
I don't know.
but they don't. They only consign cars. They don't own those cars.
Good for
They
them.
consign them.
That's a great plan. Well,
Can and can't be, but anyway, that would be fun.
yeah.
It would be really fun.
Anyway, 68. Ultra lightweight. Everything's been
lightweight.
pulled out of it. It has Lexan rear windows,
Side windows.
The engine is a short stroke 2.5 liter.
Yeah,
if I remember
which is
right.
kinda
So a very rev happy little beast of a thing. I think that car was built by one of the guys that was part of the R Group.
Okay.
R Groupa in California.
Okay.
Was what I remember from the listing. Which was
Well, I would learn to look for that in the future as far as. So the reason I say the car is way better off today than when it first got here is the first time that the current owner actually really, well, I shouldn't say the first time he drove it, but the first time that he really got to drive it and experience it was on our classic rally. And he was ripping. He was having a great time. It was actually really fun to watch him, from, I was at the back of the pack, kind of, being the chase car, if you will. And it was great. However, our service department had to tell him, saying, "Hey, look, have a great time on the drive, but don't hit your turn signals because the car will stall." What? Why?
Safety
Because the
feature.
car was an electrical nightmare. And anyway, that's not something you would know, right? You know, looking at pictures and video and descriptions of cars, because they're not out like driving experience in the cars, but the car, it was unbelievable what Jason, our guy, had to go through here chasing all this stuff down and correcting it. And it was quite expensive, right, to get it all sorted out. Now, it is all sorted out and it's awesome. And you can drive and hit your turn signal and not have to worry about anything. Like, stuff works the way that it's supposed to. But, I mean, it definitely kind of puts, it's a reality, you know, that's out there as far, this is an old car that was built in some guy's garage or shop or whatever.
And when you have an old car, you know the quirks.
Right.
You know, you know what it takes. Like my little old Volvo, I used to have to like tap the gas just a little bit, crack it a little bit to trick the ECU to give it enough gas to start. I don't know that as a guy that just bought my stupid old Volvo.
No.
So there's little stuff like that, and maybe the turn signal thing, maybe that was a anti-theft device.
No, this was like fire danger.
Well, feels like an
It
anti-theft
was quite
device.
bad. Like, I mean, like digging into it. I'm sorry. Like, if you're watching or listening to this, if you assembled this car, you should stop because you're going to hurt someone. If
I
you haven't
disagree.
already.
I think you should continue to build an amazing car just like that. Just farm out the electrical.
Right? Get someone
Because
get
that-
someone else to do the wiring.
The concept for that car, the patina on that car, the like,
Oh, it's awesome.
the gray powder coating or anodizing or whatever it is on all of the chrome.
Yes.
The taste on that car,
Yes.
wonderful.
Design's awesome.
Yeah.
The gentleman that was here the other day to come, this is the second or third time he's come to look at that car because he's building something very comparable. And yeah, no, I think that side of it is, it's top notch.
Yep. So, pretty good.
What other question you got there?
Okay. Say I have a Boxster GTS 4-liter manual.
Boxster GTS 4-liter manual.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep it.
Good.
Now I want to add something else to my collection.
Okay.
Is it a 993?
Ooh.
He's saying S.
Oof. Yeah.
A Spider RS. A brand new Targa 4S. What would you recommend as an additional pleasure car for a few years? Resale is a factor, and other suggestions.
Man. Well, I mean, you know, a 993 Carrera S is going to set you back $200,000, like for a decent car.
Yep. Spider RS 200 grand, Targa 4S 200 grand.
Yeah. I mean, if you already have a GTS 4-liter manual transmission, personally, I think just to vary it up, I'd probably see if I could find a 993 Carrera S. And you know that you're going to be okay in the value department because it's a fairly rare car. It's beautiful, and that is a car that's never going to be replicated, right, ever again. So that's a pretty safe bet as far as it just being it's not a really fast car or anything like that. I mean, it is a Porsche. It's a 911. It's definitely a driver's car. But it would be pretty different. Now, granted, a Spider RS would also be drastically different. You know,
Same
than a
and different.
GTS 4-liter.
That'd be a fun contrast for your collection.
Yeah, but it's very modern,
Yep.
right? Like, it's extremely modern. It's all the newest technology. It's a fast car. It's a loud car. It's a sexy car. It's got all those things going for it. And then what was the other option? Oh, a
Brand new
new
Targa 4S.
Yeah, Targa 4S. Also super great. And I'm assuming you're meaning the T hybrid. Targa.
Not the GTS.
Not the
No,
GTS.
just a 4S. Yep.
Okay. I mean, the Targa is a pretty sweet car. We'll get to our Winter Polo Classic, but we'll have one on display tomorrow. And then, which is different than the Boxster experience, but it's still open top. I mean, with the Targa. Yeah, I mean, the more I talk about it, to vary it up and to be protected in that kind of value department, I would see if I could find a 993 Carrera S.
Yep.
So.
I wouldn't limit it to an S.
No, I know.
Like narrow body, rear wheel drive Carrera 993. I love those cars.
They're I would.
You like what, the brakes?
No, it's not that. I mean, I think I would do 4S or an S. The S is just, I mean, like that's just a really difficult car to come across.
Yep. Are you talking value or driving experience?
Value.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you really want to protect, so the 993 market is the most volatile classic car market. And what I mean by that is the 993 market has giant upswings and giant downswings. It is the most volatile. And if you catch it at the right time, awesome, congratulations. If you catch it at the wrong time, you know what? You just got to hang on to it for a little bit longer.
You've been saying that the whole time I've been here.
Absolutely. And
remember when we sold that, what was the green?
It was a 4S.
Yeah, the green 4S black interior.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the name of the metallic green. I want to say forest green, but that sounds wrong.
Yeah. But, anyway.
Well, that's what you were telling the guy is like, same story.
Well, that guy at that time period, he was flipping through cars like every 6 to 18 months, and it's like, dude, you're buying the car at a decent time.
Yep.
But if you expect to turn this around in 6 to 9 months and make money, you're wrong. And then in 18 months, when you call me a liar and a cheat and a steal, whatever, you're still wrong.
Yeah.
Right. So,
but now when that car is $250,000 and you paid,
and you don't say thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
I should call him.
You're
Remind
welcome,
me to
bro.
call him tomorrow.
That's an amazing car. Huge peaks and valleys with the 993s in general. And I mean, buddy, I can't explain to you why Carrera S's, are worth what they are. And I can't explain to you why turbos are worth what they are. But they are. I mean, it's, us as individuals we don't control the market. We're not bigger than the market. That's what the market says they're worth.
Yep.
But if you own a 993, and anyway, just if the longer you hang on to it, the more it's going to be worth. It just is. And if it feels like we're in a big dip, which does happen, just hang on to it. And within 3 to 5 years from that time, I swear to you, the peak of what it was before will be greater than the previous peak.
I'm going to go throw a spoiler in here.
Okay.
Buy a 996 or a 997 GT3.
996.
Yep.
Or either one.
Either one.
Yeah, either one.
Either one I think would be a fun. You're not $200,000 on either of them quite yet.
Right.
For something fun and with mileage. Right now I'm on a kick for like the first of them.
Instead of the last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that black 991 GT3 with the 3.8. It's the first of this generation of GT3.
Yeah.
The bigger body, the 9,000 RPM engine, the PDK preference, the rear axle steering, that stuff. And we should look it up, but that car's got to be just about as quick as the 4-liter.
Yeah.
A 997 4-liter. It's probably faster at Nürburgring.
Could be.
I bet it is. That's $1 million car.
Right.
And you can buy its successor
Right. Yeah.
for under $2,000? Come on, buddy. But that makes me think the 996 GT3 would just be a really fun place to be because, again, that car evolved into the GT3 RS 4-liter. So to see kind of genesis for this, and Porsche's whole thing is like little refinements, make it better, 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 better. But that was the big step. So you're in at when they kind of made that big change, going from the short wheelbase cars to the long wheelbase cars, or the long hoods to the G bodies, or to the 964s or to the 993s. You're in this, and all of those changes I don't think were as big as going from the 993 to the 996.
Yeah.
So come on, that's
Right.
that's pretty great.
How long you been selling these cars?
7 years and a titch.
Okay, so in the 7 years and a titch time, have you experienced a scenario where one of your clients that started out with a brand new 911, whether it's GT3 or Carrera, whatever, has actually gravitated towards the older cars?
I don't know.
Maybe it's just raised questions or curiosity about them.
I mean, definitely curiosity about it. I guess I've had some people that have moved backwards from like 991s to 997 RSs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, 7 years is long enough to experience that. Keep in mind, John, I've been doing this for, well, I haven't done this side of it, but I've been with the brand for a little over 25.
You've had clients for 20 some years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've seen a lot of people where they start out with the newest 911, whether it's a GT3 or a Carrera or whatever, right? And give it some time. Sometimes it's 5 years, sometimes it's 7, 10 years, whatever. But they wind up gravitating towards the older classic stuff. And I think there is an appreciation, that's developed for that. Because obviously the brand new cars that we have out on the lot today, the cars we're staring at outside, these are amazing cars in every way. They're better, they're faster, they handle better, right? Than a 996, right? But do they give you that same experience? No, they don't. And that's where the appreciation level starts to kind of kick in, and people gravitate towards those older cars, and then they get into the air-cooled cars, and because they're, to your point, realizing that the first of the generation, that was actually something really, really special. They just didn't know it, at the time. And that adds, like, there's just something more about it. And 996s, we've talked about them a few times, but I think a lot of people miss the boat on that generation of GT3. That's a hellacious car, man. If you're, for a driving experience, I don't know that there's a better GT3 on the planet as far as the feel. Now, obviously, the brand new GT3 RS, that'll smoke, just about anything else out there, right? But as far as the experience of driving a car, there's something to be said for that, the earlier generations. And I think a lot of people miss that feel. But once they get a taste of it, whether it's in a friend's car or at a dealership, getting to go for a test drive, it becomes addictive.
Yeah.
So anyway, you can't go wrong. I guess that's kind of a cool thing, is you can't go wrong.
The 14 GT3, 2 seconds faster at Nürburgring than the 4-liter.
That's amazing.
For
because they're all PDK.
For 15% of the price. Tell me that car sucks.
Well, the black one that John's mentioning, I was part of ordering that car. It's a one owner with 12,500 miles on it. Came to us with original tires on it, one blown out because it was so old. But no, I was part of ordering that car.
Yeah.
I get to to continue the story. I used to work on that guy's cars, a long time ago. That's pretty cool. That's pretty special.
Yeah.
So
those cars are going to explode.
Yeah.
Just
right. Right. No, they are very special.
Yeah.
What other? I haven't paid attention. What other kind of cool questions? Oh, because I'm seeing. I really want to give a quick shout out. Thank you to Roman and Brian for stopping by today.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Christine. You guys are definitely close members of our family. Like, we've got a lot of love and appreciation and respect for you and your family. And did you get to autograph Roman's book?
I did.
He let me autograph his book.
I wrote. Did you inscribe it as well?
No.
Mine just said more Porsche.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then I signed my name.
I laughed. Yeah.
Good.
I wasn't, I was put on the spot, and I wasn't very creative, but super special to see that. And then he showed me his new Sheffield watch. He's got the orange driver's watch now, which is pretty awesome. He wears his on his left wrist. I was telling him how I'm weird because I'm left-handed, so I wear it on my right wrist.
Yeah. So your time is way off.
Wearing that version, yeah, but I still wear them. But Sheffield watches, that's super cool. I mean, I really, really love that family. They're super fun, And appreciate you guys continuing to watch and support and come down and share your time and experience with us. So thank you, Roman and Brian and Christine.
That was fun. Okay, so we got what should you buy, a 993 or an early GT3?
Early as in 996 GT3?
996, 997, either one's fine. For 200-ish.
GT3.
Yeah, but any of that would be great.
Yeah.
And that would be a great pairing with your manual Boxster.
Oh, totally.
Because that Boxster is a just incredibly usable and special car.
Oh, yeah.
And the other three would be good contrasts.
Yeah.
A Spider RS, epic, but you already have the mid-engine thing, and I think driving that would just change your perception of the GTS.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know that you need to do that. And a Targa, the new Targa's epically great, but you already have a modern enough car that I don't think adding a moderner one does anything for what I would want it to do.
Right, right.
So, got that one. Top 3 wishes from Porsche. Number 1, I wish they would give me a 73 Carrera RS lightweight.
The first thing that popped into my mind is I wish they would share more information.
Like when they're going to give me a 73 Carrera RS lightweight.
They keep us in the dark. They keep the dealers in the dark. They release things to influencers and mainstream media way before they tell the dealership anything.
Yeah.
So that's probably my top wish, is that I just wish they would be more clear and forward with sharing information. But I get it. I mean, there's a lot of stupid dealers out there.
Look, we're on double time.
That's cool. Oh, we are. Let's get rid of that. But there's a lot of stupid dealers out there that share too much information. So I guess we have to be lumped in with all that.
Yep. So there's 2 wishes. Number 3, I wish they would release the electric Cayman Boxster.
Yeah, I wish that. I was, releasing new cars. Where I was grabbing, my personal brain was, I wish they would release whatever the next supercar is going to be.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's time.
Yeah,
it's time. Some internal housekeeping stuff is Porsche Colorado Springs is celebrating 20 years of business. March 6th is the actual day. It was the actual anniversary.
Wow.
So Don Hicks, thank you very much for, being who you are and your family and your support and just being who you are and taking that massive leap to get into the Porsche business, because this dealership is definitely a game changer in the world of the Porsche community for North America. It's not just Colorado. This dealership is certainly what I want to say. What's the word I'm looking for? A disruption. This dealership has been a disruption to the Porsche car market for Colorado, and I can explain into that. But it's also been a disruption for the Porsche car market in North America. And starting in Colorado, like real quickly, no offense, when this dealership first opened, it wasn't great. I'm gonna get a little bit harsh, but the leadership, not Don's a fantastic owner, great man, awesome businessman, very intelligent. But the leadership of this dealership, subpar. And it made this dealership not a stellar place at all. Joe Brenner comes in to this dealership in 2011, I think is the year, and completely changed things, like turned it on end, right? And has made a giant footprint on the Porsche market in North America in a pretty short period of time when you think about it. So Joe's been here, I guess, for 15 years. We were going on 15 years since he came down here. And that's not a lot of time to put as big of a footprint as he has on the Porsche market. The disruption as far as North America is what I like to explain to people is that Porsche Cars North America, and maybe even Porsche AG for that matter, has a little bit of a love-hate relationship with this store. And the reason being is that we're not a giant store, right? We're not. We're not the champion Porsche of Florida. We're not these big mega stores in Southern California. Like we're like a small medium store, right? However, the impact that we've had, we sold 918s. That's the only other store that sold that many was the Auto Gallery, I think, in California. So it's the most 918s sold. Where the love-hate relationship is that Don and Joe in this store do everything and more that Porsche has ever asked for. That's the love. The hate side of it is that Porsche says, why are we sending so many of these special cars to Colorado Springs, a tiny market? Why are we sending them 911Rs and STs and 918s? Well, I mean, you sold IT; those are past. Why are we sending this? Why are we sending this tiny market all of these specialty cars? And that's the hate side of it, because we sell them, right? And because we have people that enjoy them and appreciate them, and we've created these relationships with people that appreciate them and buy them and all that stuff, right? So it's a love relationship for sure, but it's just kind of a funny, weird market for the dealership because we are in a small area, but we've just created this massive web of appreciation and respect from our client base. So, Don and Joe, thank you and good work for being the disruptors. Because yeah, it's working. It's working well.
It's fun to be a part of. That's
amazing.
Why we can do this, right?
Yeah.
If we just followed the corporate cookie cutter, we couldn't.
No, it'd be boring.
Say cuss words on the air.
No, it'd be boring.
Remember when we had a podcast that said something like, "Hey, Russian warship,
go F
yourself," and that was on our website.
It still is.
Yeah. Like you'd have to scroll back like 200 episodes.
Quite a while ago.
But we couldn't do that if we just followed all the rules.
No. If we wanted to be the corporate cookie cutters, we would be the champion. We would be the Auto Gallery. We would.
I don't know those guys, but I like where I am.
They're cool, and I've got a lot of respect. But in comparison, right, pound for pound, they're boring. They're boring. And you know how we know that is because people that live and do in their areas and do business in those areas, when they come to Colorado and they visit the store, they're completely blown away. And they even tell us, like, look, I go to Champion, it's 15 minutes from my house. This place blows that out of the water. Not in size, that kind of stuff. Character, personnel, selection, of inventory. It's pretty freaking amazing what we have to offer, and we're spoiled by it because we sit here, every day. I've talked about this on the show. Jeff Zwart is a very good friend of ours. He's been on the show. He's a great friend of the dealership, and he was walking through one time, and we started a small chat for a minute. And I think it was South Bay. Porsche South Bay was like maybe a year or two old. And I said, man, I'd like to go check out that store sometime. And he kind of chuckled. He says, why? I'm like, because it's South Bay. I mean, like it sits in this beautiful area of the country, and they've got this amazing like 356 culture. And I've met the GM and some of the people and this guy, Carl. And like, it just sounds like a really cool, interesting place. He said, no, he's like, those are all extremely valid points, right? It's in a great car culture, and they happen to have this weird, 356 culture like club in the area. He said, but quite honestly speaking, your inventory is 10 times better than what they have down there. He said, your selection and your scenery with Pikes Peak, and he said, there's a reason I'm here, right? He's like, I can go to South Bay, and I know those guys, and I do go to South Bay. He says, but he goes, honestly, you don't have to visit anywhere else in the country to get a different or better experience. He's like, you guys are the experience. That was very special.
That's pretty good.
That's very special.
That's pretty great.
So I took his advice. I said, screw him.
We don't need to travel. That's why Justin hasn't had a vacation.
That's right.
It's all Jeff's
I don't need a
fault.
This is my vacation. Mm-hmm.
2 more questions. One more question. From last week, thoughts and timeline on the 718 ICE car, model year 28.
No idea.
Yep. That my guess is model year 28. And then follow-up question. Wouldn't Porsche have to start the design process all over for a brand new 718 platform? I wouldn't want an ICE version from a modded EV platform. I think that's a valid point as well.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I don't know. They wouldn't start it from the ground up. They've never started it from the ground up. Never.
Started anything from ground up?
Well, 1948, I suppose they started from the ground up.
Yep.
But and that leads into a point. Porsche has a new head of design.
Oh yeah.
Tobias, he's 46 years old. Michael Maurer was the guy for the last couple decades. And they've only had 4 heads of design since Ferdinand Alexander.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's pretty impressive, right? Since 1948. And I was asking Joe, I'm like, I mean, you know, how much input do you think that guy, like that role, how much input do you think that person really has? I mean, obviously they have some input, right? But by having so few heads of design, that's what helps curate what makes the Porsche line and family so special. You know, what does make it special? What makes these cars so unique and
just think if we had only had 4 presidents.
Yeah, right.
Since 1971.
Since 1776?
No. not since the beginning.
Okay, so
in the same time frame.
Okay, apples to apples.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, since 1948.
Then it'd be 5.
You're thinking of the one guy that was from 71 to like 89 and then 04. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, since 1950, there have been 4 presidents.
Right.
What a different world.
Oh, totally.
You know, if you're steering a ship for that long,
Yeah.
that's a different thing than every 4 years your job's up.
Yeah. So I think to help answer the question is I don't think they would. I don't think they'd be starting from the ground up. But I don't know if we've talked about this on the show or not. Probably not. One of the concepts is that at some point in time, in maybe not too distant future with Porsche, is that you will have the ability to order cars in either a gas, electric, or hybrid variation. Meaning, your Boxster or Cayman could come in gas engine, all electric, or hybrid format.
I want mine to be electric with a 500 horsepower turbine generator.
That is a hybrid.
Yes. Correct.
That's pretty interesting when you think about it, and that's pretty freaking brilliant. I don't think it dilutes anything. Anyway, that's a whole nother show on its own.
Yeah.
But I think that's an interesting concept, and I think Porsche could figure out how to do it. What did I need to plug? Oh, the Winter Polo Classic. The Broadmoor Winter Polo Classic is tomorrow. You can still get tickets for it. We're helping sponsor that. We're gonna have
Justin's
some cars
throwing
on
out the
display.
first pitch.
No, that is not quite it. But we have some cars there on display out front. You can buy tickets at the door. Super cool event. The more that I'm learning about it, it's pretty fascinating. It's an international event. There's players from other countries, right, that are here to play this. I was actually supposed to go to a VIP player like event tonight or whatever, but anyway, there's no one here, so I couldn't go. But tomorrow, I plan on being there, and yes, the idea, as long as there's nothing too crazy that's happening here, I'm going to go throw out the ball for the last match, I guess, or last quarter, something like that.
Yep.
But anyway, we'll have cars on display out front, and then we've got a very special surprise of a car that's going to be displayed for awards. That's going to be kind of a fun time. I've never done this before. I've never been to a polo match, but this is the 4th annual Broadmoor Winter Polo Classic. And I'm quite interested. I'm very intrigued. So I'm kind of excited to see what it's all about tomorrow. So if you don't have anything going on tomorrow, or if you're mildly into polo, I would highly suggest. I think the match starts at 2:30, if I'm not mistaken. Doors open at 1:30, and again, you can buy your tickets right there. It's at the Penrose
North Penrose Event Center.
Yeah, yeah, just a couple miles from the dealership here. So come by here in the morning, and then over to the polo match.
There you go.